leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge. Now it's Belvedere for me. Yes, it's goodbye to old Harder, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge. Now it's Belvedere for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to this podcast show. I'm your host, Hardcore Declan, of course, a pre-recorded live show, of course. I've done this today at 3 o'clock. And of course, this will be the Money in the Bank preview show. I may be live for you guys now, but I was actually done pre-recorded this today at 3 o'clock. So we're doing the Money in the Bank preview show, guys. As I am so busy all week, I'm busy. So that's the reason why I'm only coming to you now, guys. Even though I done this pre-recorded show today, but I said, look, I'll put it out live tonight as I done a pre-recorded show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the swing of things for the Money in the Bank preview show, guys. Because obviously comes to you tomorrow night, United Kingdom time at 7 o'clock. And of course, it's the first ever Money in the Bank pay per view that has been in England, that has been outside of the United States. So the first ever Money in the Bank show, of course, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you tomorrow night from the O2 in London, England. So I hope everybody enjoys it. I won't be able to enjoy it because I'm working, guys, unfortunately. So I will probably catch up with it when I finish tomorrow night. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the swing of things as we always do, guys. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, as you know, Raw and SmackDown, of course, will compete in this match. Of course, you have Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight versus Santo Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul for the Money in the Bank ladder match, obviously for a championship opportunity a year down the line or whenever you want to you catch it in anytime between now and a year. So obviously it's SmackDown and Raw, of course, competing. Will it be a SmackDown that will take it to probably um, maybe beat Roman Reigns? I don't know, or probably be a Raw championship. As you know, the Raw Championship. It's not called the Raw Championship anymore. It's the World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, and it's the WWE Champion or Undisputed Champion on SmackDown. And as you know, the last couple of weeks, Roman Reigns got his belt. Seth Rollins got his new belt. Just in case if there ever is a draft where they don't have to swap belts anymore. And as you know, the Raw Women's Champion is gone. The SmackDown Women's Champion is gone. It's now the on. I think it's on Raw. I think it's the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, and on SmackDown it's the Women's WWE Champion. So they're kind of like, you know, obviously with the men's and it's kind of the same title. The men's titles kind of similar. Just the only difference is one has a white strap, the other has a brown strap. So, so who's gonna get in? Who's gonna win, guys, tonight? Is it gonna be Ricochet? Or sorry, tonight? What are you saying tonight, guys? It's tomorrow, guys. Even though this is pre-recorded, guys, it's tomorrow night. Um, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santo Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, or Logan Paul. And of course, Logan Paul would have to be in this match, wouldn't he? I thought we were done with him. But I'm going to go possibly with Shinsuke Nakamura. I just think he's going to be the future. I think he's going to be the future WWE champion or world champion, something like that. So we will obviously wait and see, as you know. Now we will move on to the women's Money in the Bank match. Of course, you have Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bailey, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. And of course, remember Trish Stratus brought um, Zoe Stark in to WWE. So will they end up having a bust up in the match? We will wait and see. But who's going to win? Is it going to be Becky Lynch? Is it going to be Becky again? We will obviously wait and see. But my preview, I'm going to look at the orders. I'm going to go with Becky on this one, guys, to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And of course, she'll be the first time ever to win it. She has never won the Money in the Bank ladder match since she was basically since she came over to Raw or SmackDown. She was champion a couple of times, Raw and SmackDown champion at one stage, if you remember. So, um, so I'm gonna go, guys, with Becky on this one. I think she's gonna win. Zelina Vega, okay, they were kind of pushing her a little bit. Don't know. I don't think she does. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to be bad, but I don't think she deserves a title shot. Zoe Stark obviously doesn't deserve a title shot. She's only kind of a new kid on the block, but you never know. Anything can happen in WWE. Bailey, they've been there, done that. Io Sky. I'd like to see them pushing her, but I can't see Trish Stratus winning the Money in the Bank. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do make Trish Stratus the Money in the Bank ladder match or the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. But I'm gonna go with Becky on this one, guys. 100% Becky. Now we will move on to Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley. Who's gonna win, guys? Obviously, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes. And if Dominic Mysterio wins, I'd be disgusted. I'd be really, really disgusted if Dominic Mysterio puts over Cody Rhodes with it via interference with Rhea Ripley. God help us. God help us, guys. But no, I'm gonna go with Cody on this one, guys. Cody definitely to win the game. Win the game. I don't know why I'm saying win the game. Winning the match. So that's who I'm picking. Cody Rhodes, guys. Now we will move on to Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now remember, the last time these faced off, obviously it was the Demon King. Is the Demon King going to show up at Money in the Bank in London tomorrow? Is the Demon King going to show up? Because remember the last time these fought for the Universal Champion, Finn Balor won. And of course, he dislocated his shoulder and he was out of action for like 9 months or something like that. Something stupid, something like that. And obviously Finn Balor will still always be the first ever Irishman to win the Universal Champion. It'll always go down in that record books. But the shortness of his reign, obviously probably 1 day or something, champion. So the last time, as I said, it was at SummerSlam, and Finn Balor obviously got the better of Seth Rollins. But will Finn Balor become the new World Heavyweight Champion? That's a tough call to make. Both stars, phenomenal stars. Finn Balor, fantastic wrestler. Seth freaking Rollins, another amazing wrestler. In his prime of his life, the two of them in their prime. Um, but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins on this one. I don't know why. I normally stick to me Irish lads, but I just don't think Finn Balor will win. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'd actually I'd be kind of delighted in a way, but not delighted. So um, it is a tough match to call. Very, very tough match. to say who's going to win this match because they're two fantastic superstars, two fantastic wrestlers, whatever you want to call them, superstars, wrestlers, entertainers, whatever you want to call it. The sports entertainment as WWE is now called. They're not called wrestlers over there anymore, which is bullshit. Um, so, so yes, I'm gonna go with Seth freaking Rollins on this one, guys. Don't know why. And we will move on to Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And remember, Liv Morgan had to relinquish her one half of her title because she got injured a couple of weeks ago. Now she's back. And can they retain the titles that the crowd that they beat? They actually originally beat them for the tag belts was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So can they do it again? I'm actually gonna go with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on this one, guys. Um, just I just think I think they'll do it after because they were injured and they had to obviously relinquish the titles um and which was obviously what I mean, and then obviously Raquel and Shotzi was it Raquel and Shotzi? I think became champions for a little bit, and then obviously Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler beat them at the last pay per view. Was it? I think it was. I can't remember. And so you have so Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, I think they're gonna win because if you remember, they remember Shotzi and her teamed up because Liv was there. That's what I was trying to explain. I didn't fuck up. So let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on this one, guys. Now we will move on to Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. Who is gonna win, guys? Um, who is gonna win? Is it gonna be Riddle? Is it gonna be Gunther? I hope Riddle stops Gunther, to be honest. But Gunther is a powerhouse. He is a powerhouse, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal wrestler, Gunther. Just so powerful. Um, so I want to say Riddle on this one, but I'm gonna go with Gunther, guys. I don't know why. I'd like to see Riddle win, but I'm gonna go with Gunther on this one, guys. Um, so um, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the main event. The Bloodline Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman versus the Usos, Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso. And ladies and gentlemen, how this match came about was, if you remember, obviously the last pay per view, um, obviously the Bloodline took on was actually Roman Reigns and Solo versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the time. And obviously Roman Reigns was pinned, I think it was Roman Reigns was pinned. And true, and then obviously it got heated at the end. They were pushing and shoving and in each other's face, and of course, Jay. I think it was Jay or Jimmy. No, I think it was Jay. Jay kicked Roman Reigns in the face, and then I think it was the next week on SmackDown or the week or two, the Roman Reigns came back and he was like, yeah, he said to Jimmy, kick him in the face to Jay, and I was like, he's like, kick him in the face, and then obviously it got heated, and then I think they kicked him again or something, and obviously Jay was like, oh shit, what the hell? Jay obviously walked away, Jimmy walked away, and Roman Reigns was like, oh, Jimmy better fall in line. 2 weeks later or something. And obviously, 2 weeks later, um, they obviously, I think they were having a match. I think, or was it Roman Reigns talking or something? And the Usos came out. And at first, I thought, Jay was gonna kind of like pull the wool over our eyes because he was like, oh, the bloodline is not, you're out of the bloodline, all the shit. And I was like, something's gonna happen here. And I thought maybe, okay, Jay is gonna like, fuck off or something, and you just have Solo, Roman, and Jimmy in the Usos. Well, or sorry, Jimmy or Jay? I get the two of them mixed up. Whatever. I think it's Jay. Jay, I think was the short haired Uso. Yeah, the short haired Uso. It's Jay, I think. So Jay was like, "Oh, you're out of the bloodline, blah blah blah, and all that shit." And at first we thought maybe we are gonna turn, but then it was like a U turn sort of thing, and then another U turn, so it was like all over the place. And then he was like, "Okay," he goes, "You're out of the bloodline, and so am I." And I couldn't believe Jimmy kicked Roman Reigns, and obviously Solo was pissed. Solo went to attack, and they got kicked. He got kicked. So, so that this is how we are now. So the Usos are finally understanding now that Roman Reigns' power and the tribal chief and all this bullshit. So this is where we are now. So it's the bloodline or the whatever is left of the bloodline versus the Usos. So I'm glad that the Usos are finally have see the line, the storyline, for months with Sami Zayn, and then trying to and then Sami spoke to him a couple of times, and but it's great now to see that you know cousin versus cousin or whatever you want to call it, or um, brilliant. Or brother versus brother, but they're obviously really cousins in real life. But obviously Jay and Jimmy, obviously they're real brothers. And Solo, so the Solo, it's amazing because Solo is actually fighting his brother tomorrow night. So, which is mad, isn't it? Like Solo's fighting his own brother. So you have cousin versus cousin, brother versus brother. Obviously, that's we had brother versus brother before. Back in the day. We had Owen Hart, Bret Hart. I don't know if there's any other brothers. Was there any other brothers that fought in the wrestling? I can't even remember, man. It's so long. The list is so long. But I think the iconic brother versus brother match was probably Owen and Bret, where Owen won. I think it was a WrestleMania 10. Was it WrestleMania 10? I think it was WrestleMania 10. Can't remember. But as far as I know, I think it was WrestleMania 10 where Owen Hart took on Bret. And obviously, Bret, the same night, Bret won the WWE champion. So Owen put Bret over that night. And then obviously, Bret ended up becoming the champion. So that was good. That made Owen Hart's career, obviously, up until his tragic accident in back in the 23rd of May 99 when he fell to his death, which was obviously very sad. But that really really made that kind of pushed him, and that's why he was European champion, so many tag team champions, intercontinental champion, and I think they were going to let him be that the guy. In after Brett leaving, and Owen didn't really trust Vince after what he done to Brett and shit like that. And he obviously had a bad taste in his mouth after he screwed his own brother, and then I think they were going to push on. And could you imagine if Owen had been WWE champion, man? Like, that would have been he coming from a major wrestling family. The Stampede, the Dungeon. Having all these accolades and becoming the WWE champion. That would have, I reckon, he probably would have retired probably after that, and then they had him doing these stupid gimmicks, the blue blazer, and and he wasn't comfortable at doing it. He said to many wrestlers, and people, colleagues that he worked with, that he was very, very uncomfortable doing the stunt. He done it that day. He done it a couple of stunts before that. But that even that day, wrestlers were like, before he do it, he didn't show up for like one or two rehearsals, and he went to one of the rehearsals, done it, and he even told I think D'Lo Brown at the time that he was very, very uncomfortable doing the stunt. So, but that would have been mayhem if he had been WWE champion or world champion or whatever. But anyway, guys, main event, guys. Who's gonna win? Who is gonna win? Is it gonna be whatever's left of the bloodline, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman versus Jimmy and Jay the Usos? Are the Usos gonna get over his cousin and his brother tonight, or what's gonna happen? I reckon the Usos are actually gonna be, and apparently this is what I heard now. Obviously, apparently Roman Reigns will be pinned tomorrow night. That's what I heard, and it's gonna be like it's just gonna like blow things open even more, and to probably maybe another storyline, something like that. I don't know. But then apparently there's talks about Rikishi getting involved, The Rock. To be honest, I can't see The Rock coming all the way over from Florida or sorry Hollywood to London, because there's the speculation of The Rock is going to come back and he's going to be starting his own bloodline and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Money in the Bank preview show, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight, guys. Obviously, a pre-recorded show tonight, guys. Live. I know I sent it out live, guys, but I done this like at 3 o'clock today, guys, because I'm so busy, guys. I'm working and just shit, just so much shit. I was gonna do it tomorrow, and I said, nah, I'll just do it, and then when I come in from work, I'll just put it out, and then my ass is probably in bed now at this stage, so my voice is gonna catch up with my ass. So, but guys, I hope you enjoy this Money in the Bank preview show, guys. Coming from you tomorrow night, London, England. London, England. Are you ready, London, England, for Money in the Bank tomorrow in the O2 Arena, guys? I'm pumped. Unfortunately, I have to work, so I'll have to watch it at 12 o'clock tomorrow night. So, unfortunately, something like that, 12, 1 o'clock. So, it'll probably be sucked because I'll probably get like news in like after the show's over at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'll be getting like fucking people text me saying this person won, that person won. So I'll probably only even get a fucking chance to even watch it, guys. But I do hope wherever you are around the world, guys, if you are watching it or not watching it, just chilling out. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. The start of the weekend. It's obviously Saturday morning now, of course, guys. Saturday morning, guys. But guys, shout outs. Oh, I nearly forgot my shout outs. Yeah, nearly forgot them. Okay, guys. Jesus, should we start from the top to the bottom, guys? Okay, I want to say hello to Aaron. I want to say hello to Brian. I want to say hello to Frankie. I want to say hello to Drac. I want to say hello to Mary Brown. I want to say hello to Helsing. I want to say hello to Knucklehead. Actually, I haven't said hello to Knucklehead in a long, long time. Hope you're doing well, bro. Knucklehead. Or Bobby, should we say. But we just call you Knucklehead because that's your gamer tag. I hope you don't mind me throwing that out, guys. Knucklehead, anyway. Who else? Who are we missing? My beautiful wife, Roshan. Of course, Dan. Of course, Dan, the main man, Dan Oakley. Of course, Colin. Of course, I know you're here, bro. I know you're here with me, bro. My bro from the sky, of course. Colin Henning, of course. And you know what? We might do something for Colin's anniversary. Maybe on YouTube. We'll see. Depending on how I'm fixed and what my mind state. Because can you believe it's nearly a year, guys, since Colin passed away? Nearly a year. like literally six days. 6 days, guys, and it's a year, which is mad. It's mad, guys. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Wait, are we finished? Did we finish? Wait, hold on. I don't know what I'm doing, or where I am at the moment. Let me see. Um, shout outs. I think that's it, guys, isn't it? Have I done any shout outs? Oh, okay. We have Keith. We've Louise as well, of course. I think that's it, guys, isn't it? That's it, guys. As far as I know. I hope I'm not leaving any. Oh, Jack Knife Finnegan as well. I love your videos, bro. Absolutely love your videos, bro. That's it, guys. Slán Lat Moshe de Hule Osan Bukal, Osan Colin, guys. Good night and God bless.
Dear old inner city Dublin, the town I love so dear. We're after winning 2 million quid, so we're off to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to old Jay Harder, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me. Yes, it's goodbye to old Jay Harder, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Hackney Bridge, now it's Belvedere.